Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates from the Qatar sprint race. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, in my opinion, that wasn't the most exciting sprint race. I mean, it is a track where it's difficult to overtake, but even following the long start-finish straight, drivers were struggling to make a move going into turn 1. So yeah, my opinion is that for the rest of the Grand Prix weekend, the DRS detection point on the start-finish straight should be moved back a bit. That may help with overtaking going into turn 1. Oscar Piastri, though, will not care at all because he dominated the sprint race. I mean, he got sprint pole, led off the line, led every lap, and was in total control throughout the sprint race. And Piastri really needed that. I mean, Piastri went into the Qatar Grand Prix weekend 24 points behind his teammate Lando Norris in the standings. But with Piastri winning that race and Norris finishing in third, the gap is now down to 22 points. So it's not a lot, but at this point in the season, every point matters. And to get the gap down by 2 points, I think is crucial for Piastri's title hopes. And speaking about taking the sprint win in Qatar, Piastri said, "It's been a good weekend so far. Everything went smoothly in the sprint there, so I'm happy with how it's been so far and just need to keep it rolling. It's obviously a very different circuit to where we have been much higher speed, much higher grip, but I think the last couple of weekends has just been things going wrong rather than a lack of pace. Here, everything's gone smoothly so far and the pace has been strong. It's a track I've enjoyed in the past and I'm enjoying it again, clearly." Now, also during the sprint race, a couple of penalties were handed out. Now, as we know with track limits, you're allowed to go off the track 3 times before a penalty is imposed. And in Qatar, track limits are not the easiest, given the high-speed nature of the circuit and all the high-speed corners. Now, the first driver to get a penalty was Yuki Tsunoda. He was having a really good sprint race, qualified in P5 and ran in P5 for pretty much the entire sprint race. And we saw even at the start Tsunoda really get his elbows out. I mean, he forced his way into P4 and nearly overtook Lando Norris. It was a great start from Tsunoda, but then going into turn 4, he allowed Verstappen to go down his inside. But yeah, as I say, ran most of the race in P5 and had a very good sprint race. But he was given a 5-second time penalty for repeat track limit offences, and that meant at the end of the sprint race he was dropped down to 6th place due to Kimi Antonelli being within 5 seconds of Tsunoda. But then after the checkered flag, Kimi Antonelli also picked up a 5-second penalty for repeated breaches of track limits, and that meant he dropped back below Tsunoda. So the result on the track stands with Tsunoda finishing 5th and Antonelli finishing 6th. Now, in terms of Ferrari, the sprint race was an absolute disaster. That car just looks all over the place. I'm not sure what's going on with Ferrari around this track, but they're really struggling to get good lap times out of the car. The car just looks like it's all over the place. And in the sprint, Charles Leclerc finished 13th and Lewis Hamilton finished 17th. Now, as we know, Hamilton qualified 18th for the sprint race, but he ended up starting from the pit lane. Basically, he was given this penalty for a breach of Article 40.9 of the FIA Formula 1 sporting regulations, with the steward's verdict saying, "Ferrari changed the setup of the suspension on car 44 under Parc Ferme without the approval of the technical delegate, this not being in accordance with Article 40.9b of the FIA Formula 1 sporting regulations. Car 44 is therefore required to start the sprints from the pit lane." But during the sprint, Hamilton pretty much made up no ground, and the only reason he really gained positions was because some cars pitted for qualifying practice. And there was also a point during the sprint race where Hamilton had dropped 2.8 seconds behind the Sauber of Nico Hülkenberg, so the pace just was not there at all. And Hamilton said following the sprint race, "I don't know how we made the car worse. And Hamilton went on to tell Sky Sports F1, we started from the pit lane because we wanted to explore and make some changes. They had some things they found on the simulator last night, so we implemented those changes, and the car was really in the wrong direction and very, very difficult for whatever reason, clearly for both of us. But we just don't have any stability. When I say that, I mean the rear end is not planted, so it's sliding, snapping a lot. Then we have bouncing, so when you're going into corners like turn 10, the thing starts bouncing. We have a lot of mid-corner understeer, and then you apply the steering, and then it snaps, and you try to catch it. It's different between low, medium and high speed, and it's a fight like you couldn't believe. So yeah, not good for Ferrari at the moment, and they've got a lot of work to do ahead of qualifying later today. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.